Hello, lords and ladies. Private Yorkie here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. We'll get crazy in here too, because we're back to Golarion for more Wrath of the Righteous, with me as Aeon laying down the law. Now, I've had a bit of a run around off channel to see if I can find out where Gary Beth is. I didn't want to do that. And I was right that she didn't go back to Winston. Why would she? She kind of kicked out of there, went back to her own palace in the clouds. And I found her. I'd actually gone past her already, it seems. I just didn't notice her because I'm a blind bugger. That's why I have to wear these. So in we go. Now, if you remember, when we were in the lab, when we killed Xanthavan, it came up the back way, and it came up here, and I was confused. Why are we coming up there, I thought? Well, that's where the stairs were. And then... Actually, that might be the lab, whatever. But then we came up here. And this, which we ran straight through, turns out to where she is. I'm a blind bugger, that's why I have to wear these. Have I told you that? He discovered Jerry Beth engrossed in the task. He's holding a locust between two delicate chewed fingers, clawed fingers. One of the locusts previously comprised Xanthavan, and you watch as she slowly pushes the needle into its body. The demon observes the locust convulsions with fascination. This will require a lot of work to preserve this beauty. You did your promise, Crusader. But you do know that making deals with demons is a losing game, yes? Lucky for you, I enjoy playing mortal so much that I will keep up the act and fulfill my part. Ask me a question. One of the Baphomet cultists ran from me, the Nedra. Do you know where I can find her? The Nedra, I'm not far from Devon, is a crafty and shrewd liar. She has a hideout right under your nose, not far from Dresden. Search the temples of the good deities. Search them carefully. One of them is larger than it looks. Everything you know about Nihidrian crystals? Oh, I can tell you a lot about them. I've gone through the ritual myself. When I return to the Abyss, I will destroy the memory, the feeling of incredible helplessness and pain, horrifying pain. The crystal is not like an ordinary magic potion you may have encountered before. It changes the demon's very essence, their soul, if you like. It changes you entirely. But you're hardly interested in my trials and tribulations. Listen, the crystals are brought here directly from the Abyss, from the Midnight Isles, the realm of Lady Nocticula, with her permission and her approval. Hepzibah, the daughter of Lord Baphomet, oversees the shipments herself. Dancer has always been in charge of the transformations, but he was not the one who devised the ritual or discovered the crystal's properties. The architect taught him that. He, Arilu Vorles, is unbearably arrogant. Yeah, I kind of figured that. And she thinks that she has the right to push real demons around. So don't think that you've solved this problem for good. Sooner or later, Arilu will share the secret of the ritual with another. The demons more powerful than you will inundate the lands of the world once more. Tell me about who you served. Who commands the demon force in the world wound? Lord Escari was the one who started the invasion. Arilu Vorles opened the world wound for him, and she expanded it for him. Later, he was joined by my master, Lord Baphomet, now former master. Few people know that Lady Nocticula has been helping them from the shadows, as is her wont. But commanding forces, battles, all that is beneath the nose to the Lords of the Abyss. Each of them has their own archpriest. The Scari has his echo, literally a lesser incarnation of the Scari himself. Baphomet's forces are led by the ruthless Hepzibah, his daughter by blood. Each of the archpriests has a host of powerful beings at their command, such as myself, Inago, Darazan, and the captivating Xantha. We mustn't forget him. And then there is... All is silent in your head for a moment. And there is her, Arilu Vorles, the architect of the world wound, as she's called. Born a pitiful mortal, not a demon, not even reborn in death like Santa. She stands apart from all others. She goes where she wants, talks to the archpriest as an equal, and everyone sees her underlings. Nothing more. I'm not even sure if he obeys the echo of the Discari, or if he obeys her. What do you know about Irilu? We want to know more. Your head is filled with harsh rattling sounds. It seems Jerry Beth is angry. Irilu Vorlesh, 100 years ago, she was a human, a common eldritch sorceress from Sarkoris. Sarkoris did not care for arcane magic users. Druids, shamans, and priests ruled those lands, and they despised anyone who wielded magic in ways different from their own. The the mages held in greatest suspicion throughout their days in the prison known as Threshold, and that is where the Riddle was held. From her cell she appealed to Lord Ascari, and for some reason he saw something in that pathetic mortal plaything that was worthy of attention. No one knows what they spoke of, what they did, but Arilu managed to emerge from her prison cell utterly changed. She emerged when the earth all around was fracturing, and all Golarion shuddered from the wound inflicted on it. Right there within the walls of the Threshold, the world wound began to break open. Arilu changed her very nature. She turned herself into a half-fiend, on her own, or with the Lord's help, I don't know. Her powers grew exponentially, and many of Discari's generals surging through the wound into Golarion saw her as a queen, gutless losers. Arilu was entirely unaffected by her fame. If that was nothing, it was as if nothing could provoke her. Not the hatred of her former people, not the fear and envy of the demons. And this is why she is to this, and shall she is to this day. She roams between the planes alone, pursuing her own ends. Arilu Vorlesh, betrayer of humanity, architect of everything you see around you. Zanzi said there's a place called the Midnight Fane directly below Dresden. What do you know about it? The Midnight Fane, of course! It was built in the bowels of the earth below Dresden, so deep underground that even the power of the mighty Sword of Valor cannot reach it. It is a chapel of 3 demon lords, Desgari, Baphomet, and Nocticula. All the world wound is connected, fused with the abyss, but this place especially so. It contains a rift known as the Gates of Midnight. The chapel is protected against any invasion. All visitors from the Midnight Isles go there. Minago and Darazan have built their nests there. I enjoyed spending time there myself, until it became too unruly. Found out everything I need to know. Goodbye, Jerry Beth. The narrow shadow bows to you. You just check that ping. Perhaps one day the World will game be a place where I can continue my game, but who knows, maybe not. So we've done that, and now we've got everyone who have promotions. So kineticist 14. Not getting more infusions till 16. I've really blown this because what I should have done so far is get my thing up, my my wall and earth and things like that, and I haven't done it because I didn't realise I had to have the range extender. Oops. Mm-hmm. 10% will do. Arcanist Brown First Transmuter. Nothing special there. Dragonkind too. Oh, and Firebrand. While the Firebrand burns, any creature it marks immune to damage from any fire spell you cast. All of the target's weapons, both natural and manufactured, inflict 1d6 points of fire damage on a hit. Nice body. That could be useful, but it's only for one person. Legendary proportion. We'll take that. Red. You get a greater banner. Fine. Healer. Paladin or a face. Woodlined. Any attack made against an enemy within 10 feet of her is treated as good. That's not bad. I can probably stop aligning weapons then. Rover 11. You. £10 per caster level. That'd be 140. Yeah, that's nice. Now, pets. Becca. Work. Oh, wow. Right. Why are you lot going all the way back there? Come on, get up here. Oh, she's taken off. Oh, well. That's all that I was going to say about attacking her once I'd boosted everyone. Oh, well. Out we go. But also, just have a look at... yeah, I have some spells there, don't I? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd rather give Dragonkind 2. I'd do 9. You. No, you. You. 1, 2, 3, and 4. you that. Plan. 1, 2. Don't need another of them, do we? So maybe back skin. 3. Actually. Makes number 2 more back skins. Oh, hang on. That's number 2, isn't it? We want 5 of them because we've got 5 pets. Number 1's got that. Let's see what else might be useful. Your light wounds is not much good now. Fire belly. That's no good. That's worthless at this point. Maybe a couple of fairy fires. Long strider. Remove sickness is not much use. Maybe put a blade tangle. I don't think we'll ever use them. But never know. 5 and 6. Oh. Who's been doing animal growth? I wonder. Aspect of the wolf. Take on the aspect of the wolf. +4 enhancement to strength and dex. +2 enhancement bonus on trips. And can make trip combat maneuver as a swift action. Not using trips though, are we? Blessing of the Salamander. Fast healing 5, fire resistance 20. Combat maneuver depends. We'll have them because you can put them on the pets. And you can have cats. Got bears, got bulls, got owls. Sirocco. We'll try that. Darren, you get everything, don't you? Oh, that's fine. Land's not moving. Right, so, Zenedra, off to a temple of good gods. Well, there's only one temple I can think of that we found. Honestly. And that's, what's Temple of Chapel Lost Hope, Temple Lost Hope, whatever it is. Just north, where we got the Delamere stuff. And remember, there were cultists down there according to Kiado, but they weren't there at the moment. That might be her. can't believe I walked past Jeribeth like that. Oh, yep, it's flagged it even, look. You're no good. Enchanting the altar of the first deceiver. That's done. Aeon's call. Arushalae wants to talk. Secret dispatch. This one. These are all shirts. Sun cut on for the first retriever. Shirt was is woven from spider web. It strangles the wearer, inflicting -5% penalty on mobility skill checks. It also helps discharge electrical damage, granting the wearer electricity damage at resistance 30. When the wearer is hit by non-slashing weapons, they must pass a reflex saving throw, 20, or become staggered for the first attack. Well, that don't sound very good. Cleanse the gear, web strider. Clean and nice shirt is one from Retriever Spiderweb, purified with druidic magic. When a druid wearing it, I've only got the one, casts a spell from their spellbook. They cast it as if they were one level higher. Nice. They also gain +10 bonus to law or nature skill checks. That's better than that one for sure. Pray to the Abyss for the first Retriever. Shroud of Eternal Hunger. Whenever the wearer polymorphs into any creature, they get +4 enhancement bonus to attack and damage roll made with limbs. Whenever a creature hits them with a melee attack, that creature does 1d6 piercing. Oh, actually, that seems nice. But none of our people are going to. We're transforming the animals, aren't we? We'll go for that. Give it to Lan. Fire elementals again. Enchanting the Stone of Ghostly Pathways. And we don't know about them. We're going to do here first because it's close to what is it? And it says it's bigger than things, so that's got to be downstairs, which was again was tied to this because it was hidden. Okay. Let's loot that up. It's a cultist. Got more of them. There's a lot of these soft sods around here and they're using fire. And actually. Don't need to boost most things, but there are some things we do.
I know what to do.
No reason to pause.
Darren,
I welcome your company.
Together,
Miss me already. Rules
I want you
aren't
moving back
meant
here
to
for
be
now.
broken. Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
One more. Now. Let's get the big two on.
Meditate on your mistakes.
And I think it's you, isn't it?
A simple smile goes a long way.
Yeah, protection from others. And there she is, and Edra looks at you with alarm and irritation, but she quickly regains her composure. Her tone is threatening. So you found my little refuge then, Commander. I can't say I'm happy to see you here. We're in a bit of a hurry, and no doubt you no doubt plan to wreak the same mayhem you did in the Ivory Sanctum. Why don't you come back another time? Someone's words carry a taunting edge. I was so looking forward to seeing little Keado, but it seems you've killed him. We know it's him. It wasn't the boy's fault that he fell into my clutches. Anyone in his position would be broken too. Why didn't you just turn around and leave without condemning the boy to death? You got a heart of stone, I feel it. No escape this time. Let's see if you're brave enough to follow me, valiant crusader. Do you have the guts to pursue me to the shrine of Baphomet, the lord of the Ivory Labyrinth? Yeah, we're going down with you. Couple of big uns.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Not very powerful big uns, to be honest, but the big uns. Darren. Up them. Business. Feel it.
guide my blade.
Red.
Let's try this way. This will hurt.
Okay.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Right, we've got protection from lightning on. I'm not too worried about that one. On that. And
You won't survive me.
over to the Nedra. And basically, we're done. You want to get up to Nedra? There you go. You got smacked, didn't you, Zanny?
I will guide.
Come on, I'll get away. But I can actually talk to her. Get all that stuff. That was all done. Looks like she's still up, but I guess she's dead. Now we go. It didn't last long. Funny how she seemed to think we'd have a problem down there. Right then. Over to dressing. Someone on the road, we teleported.
Watch out for trouble.
The elf before you is seated on the ground, seemingly out of sheer exhaustion. Looks at you in surprise. You are the commander, correct? Appears my luck hasn't run out yet. I am Fawn Autumnhaze, a dark hunter from Keoning. I found myself in a predicament and I would greatly appreciate your help. You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. A belt is tied around one leg. Survey the area. Fawn's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area. But a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction. And anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. By the look of things, the blow has hit a major artery. Oh dear. What are you doing here? I was tracking a dangerous cultist by the name of Kay Lesser, who has committed numerous crimes. I'm not convinced I've met her. It appears I underestimated her. Fawn, I see the criminal aura on your soul. I don't believe you. Fawn's face wrinkles. Your mythic powers are deceiving you. That's all I can say. Kalis is also a criminal. He can't be trusted. An elf seems to have appeared out of thin air. He shoots Fawn a hateful glare. This is a trap. Fawn is an assassin of the Winter Council and he's come here to kill you. Grabbing his weapon, Fawn shouts out forcefully. Watch out! She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Play her before she kills us both. That's right. What are you talking about? I know that she's not trustworthy, but let's hear her out first. His wound is just for show. He's unharmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. But we did notice that about the area. Kalesa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. Fawn chuckles. An ambush? Who is lying to us? Who is lying to us? Her or our own eyes? Why would Fawn want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our good people's names, well, he washes it all away with blood. Fawn mutters, his face scrunched up in contempt. Another lie. We are tired of your deceit, accursed wretch. Why did you decide to intervene? What's going on, Kalesa? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. Gives you a stony look. Or do you think that since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honour? I can see your aura. I know both you souls are black and neither of you are trustworthy. Fawn scowls but remains silent. I am guilty. Will soon receive the punishment for my trespasses. But first he must face justice. Interesting. She actually admits it. I've been suspicious about him from the start. Fawn? She's actually admitting it and accepting that she's going to be punished. She's got nothing to gain by lying. You have. I believe Kate Lesser. There we go. Fawn rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. That is a shame. If you just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt. Fawn nods in the direction of the Dark Elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Who do you really serve, Fawn? I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is just a privilege. It's not just a privilege, it's an obligation. But I bear with honour, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Liar, says Kay Lesser. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind the word like duty. How could you ally yourself with a drow? Now you a demon worshipper. His voice trembles tragically. I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. Animora also sought your death, so joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I would be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. How am I a threat to your nation? Kael'thas is scowling at Torn acerbic. The Winter Council believes that honour is a perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious facts. Have you gone mad? What the hell are you talking about, Fawn? I was tasked with keeping the secrets Kael'thas discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I was certain you would otherwise have unearthed them in short order, therefore I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this, it's just the way things turned out. I'm still confused. Can we talk this out? Fawn shakes his head sadly. Fawn says in a quiet voice, I'm afraid not, Commander, we can't. Alright then, Buggy, you're gonna die, aren't you? Fawn addresses you in a calm, somewhat sorrowful manner. I'm sorry for having to do this, believe me. I take no pleasure in carrying out this order. You're not going to. But circumstances are stronger than our desires. Alright then. First up, it's me, I think. Maybe not. He's taking a lot of hits. Exhaustion, that's weak. Right, Darren. Oh, we haven't messaged. Well, get them boys out. Nice hit, Kael'thas. You're gonna go down.
Endure this!
Alright. I'm going to go. Damage reduction. Get him out. That's not what I meant to do, but okay. Business.
Out of my sight!
Oh, that was Darren. I thought it was business. Yeah, that was not somewhere I needed to be. Alright, hit them with that. Alright, business. I can't get it then. Thunder. I think I'm in a bit of trouble.
Unexpected.
Make every strike count.
Into the fray.
A calculated risk.
There.
I will see to your demise.
You sure?
Away, you rascal!
Alright, well, you got the hit on. Wow.
You've crossed
Right.
the wrong
Maybe.
line.
The light take you.
This should do it.
This is unexpected. This is
Oh, there's another Drow Mages there. I missed that one. Why don't you get them?
Precision and grace.
Your time is over.
Well, I think we can just go like that. There's only one of them left.
this is unexpected.
There we are. Even in the face of death, Fawn maintains his melancholic tranquility. I knew I would die like this, on the edge of the wound, defending the threads and abilities that weave my race into a single glorious nation. At least I do not die in vain. Until you bloody do, you didn't achieve nothing. Whose orders are you following? Smiles sadly. You think that since I'm at their store I will be able to take it from my superiors? You're mistaken. I, and others like me, know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill our mouths. I'll remain loyal until the end. Aren't you ashamed of what you did? Mournful look says you wouldn't understand. You're not of my people. I'll just die already. Fawn closes his eyes and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving, and the fingers he had wrapped around his weapon pull him. The deep bitterness in Kael'thas's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Why don't you just tell me what's just happened? Fawn wasn't a Dark Hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organisation. He wants me dead because I learned a very dark secret. That's why they sent Fawn to kill me. And everyone I could potentially have told about, meaning you, soldier. Alright, now tell me the truth. What the hell's going on with you? And I can see you're a criminal. With a weary sigh, says in a hollow voice, I was born in Keonin, in the blessed forests of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair Keonin was, it had its layer of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity. And I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Watch, a sect of vigilantes dedicated to Calistria. By night, we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish, liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time we were puppets in the hand of a priestess of Discari by the name of Enimora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and we had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Animora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused. But I was captured and taken by force. Then under Animora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me, and the dark fate, and the curse that our people took us one by one, until finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I'd become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth. Tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap. Let the world know about the dark fate. But Animora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me. They weren't the only ones, as it turned out. So you got brainwashed and you tried to run when you woke up to what you were. Okay. Tell me more about Animora. She is a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. And even among drow, she's a dangerous monster. The deadliest of discarded servants. Hear her. Her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures. And her mind? I've learned the danger of guile firsthand. The Winter Council? What sort of organisation is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves in Keonin. A mysterious group that watches over the interests of elvenkind, protecting them. By any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail. No tool is excessive for them, if the reputation of elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the Dark Fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. What's the Dark Fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Don't be anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The Dark Fate is the state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like... Whoops. I missed one. Kilessa smiled mercilessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering, fighting for survival. But the cruel irony is the elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they have nothing to do with the drow, the most vile, horrid race in the world. And it turns out the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see, so what now? Now I ask one last favour of you. I still have friends in Keonin. Real friends, ones I can trust. Send a letter to Avinara, to the leader of the border defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to. Since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Why not? Because you will have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly, wearily. There's neither threat nor fear in her words, only a plea and acceptance of the inevitable. What if you can still be saved? If there's a dark fate, could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you. With a bitter smile, Kilessa shakes her head. A light fate. Wouldn't that be nice? But no such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way. And I've almost reached his end. Yeah, well, we've had a succubus come the other way, so that's nonsense. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I've spent all my strength. When I saw Fawn dying, I almost howled in delight. That's kind of understandable, given what he was doing. I wanted to dig my nails into his face and gouge out his eyes, mangle him and rejoice. It's not me anymore, and that's the thing. You wanted to, but you didn't, did you? It's the beast I've been turned into, and it will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Kilessa's life. Please don't delay. Spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Why do you seek death? Dark fate is coming. He's claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart growing fiercer with each passing day. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread the path any further, turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me, and my torment. I think you can be saved. I'm not going to do it. I never said you had a choice. Goodbye, soldier. I don't believe we did anything, and somehow we killed her. Alright, well, okay. Before her desk, Kalis had one final request of Commander. Write a letter recounting her grim tale and send it to Keonin. The choice of what to do in this chilling truth is for Commander to make. Yeah, we'll do that for her. Even if she's turning dark, turning evil,
Keep your
good against it, did everything she could. I'm going to guess that's going to be an event or something we can use. The resonant voice of a majestic angel rings out through the hushed streets of Dresden. You hear his words from afar. They concealed it right under our noses, and without Xanth's notes, that incarnation of corruption, even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. Surely, the herald of the inheritor can rid us of this scourge. Erebeth stumbled over a word slightly. It is impossible, righteous one. I cannot do it alone, but wait. I hear the steps of one who brings hope. I am the hand of the inheritor, herald of Iomedae, he's a light bringer. And I greet you, champion of Golarion. The angel in gleaming gold armor drops to one knee. Greetings, warrior of heaven, and thank you for your help in the Ivory Sanctum. I was glad to fight alongside you against our common enemy on the shared field of honor. Please allow me to thank you for saving Targona, the Silverhaired. We thought we would never see our sister again. What brings Iomedae's herald here? Your deeds and exploits, Commander, or Champion. You have brought hope to those these accursed lands. Hope that the demon invasion will finally be stopped once and for all. And I am here to aid my goddess's chosen one. What did you discuss with Erebeth? This. The angel gestured towards the symbol on the paving stones. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Dresden, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawn of the abyss travel to Golarion. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that's accessible only to demons. So this is where Minago fled to when all the demons of the city have been coming from. They can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. Much worse than that, the barrier was imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I could protect you and the city from it, but my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. That is what disturbs me most. We cannot allow the demons to build their armies and plot their next attack right beneath the sacred hearts of Crusade. Dancerbank told me about this demonic barrier. I encounter similar barriers in the real of Orlish's laboratory. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. Impressed with your magnificent gifts, Commander. Together, we shall open the passage and protect the city, and then we shall burn the Midnight Fane with all the cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help will be necessary when we reach the dark bastion of the abyss. The Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. You must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. I've got a couple of questions for you. Ask your questions. What do you think of Sword of Valor? It changed under the effect of my powers. Okay. Go away. The herald raised the hand. Do not fret, Commander. The great relic given to the world by my Lady Amadei will continue to serve you just as it has served all people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties. It has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I, for the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Amadei herself. It seems that I caused the Sword of Valor to change. Blood from the wound on my chest fell on the banner, and that means a mysterious wound is a mark of valor, given to you by my mistress, setting you apart from the rest, champion. You sure this wound is a gift from my Amadei? No, I could be mistaken, and I'd be able to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but a hand. I do not test a will with my doubts, but crave answers to my questions. I simply trust and serve. But I know that if your body had been harmed by malevolent fiends, my goddess would have extended her mercy to you and healed you. Why did the goddess bestow this wound on me? Because this world of yours, champion, is bleeding, and my lady's chosen one carries a crimson mark as a sign of suffering borne by mortal kind. The scarlet drops on your breast. They are the blood of all the martyrs and the innocents. That's how I see it. Can you heal me? Defy my lady's will. It pains me, but I must refuse you, champion. If you are suffering from this affliction, it must be part of the inheritor's design. Alright, shut up, I've heard you. Do you allow doubt and fear to enter your heart? Oh, do not allow them. My lady will not abandon us. Don't doubt yourself and your goddess. I'm glad to answer. Actually, I don't care about your goddess. It did this to me anyway. Angels. Alright, I'm gonna go. Maybe we'll talk to you later. Right now, I'm of a mood to... I'm of a mood, first of all, to go here. And chat with our friend out here. More for Radiance. What do you see in its past? Storyteller touches the blade. Dresden is doomed, but... Oh, we've seen that, haven't we? With a ring fragment. The storyteller sets the ring fragment and the bar's metal on his open palm. He clenches his fist, crumpling the metal like paper, and pours essence from the vials over it. You feel terrible heat rising from the elf's hand, and when he opens his fingers, you see a beautiful ring. A remarkable object. It was created by the talented spellcaster and is able to summon beings from other planes, as if the boundaries set by Pharasma do not exist for it. Powerful, dangerous item, created by an honourable person. That is probably why it was not used at this crucial hour. Ring of Summoning, interesting. Got a page that might interest you. Yes, you're right, another piece of evidence. And more. Storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. It's been 2 years since I started to serve the darkness. You found me in the Ivory Labyrinth, a gaze piercing through all my protective spells, as if they had been cast by an untrained apprentice rather than the last Archmage of Keonin. He is powerful and insidious. He is a perfect assassin. Her name is Nocticula. He invited me to Alucinera, the city of demons in the depths of the abyss, the capital of the Midnight Isles. The Lady in Shadow highly values my ability to remain unnoticed. Kneeling before her throne, I listened to her praise and felt like a child being given a pat on the head for doing some simple job for the first time. But this is no longer important. Now I serve a demon lord, for this is our agreement. He will help me decrypt the scribbles I copied from the Ivory Labyrinth. In return, I will save as a court mage and spy for the next 17 years. Now, Alucinera is my home, and Nocticula is my lady in shadow. Tell me about your life in Alucinera. Of all the places in the abyss, Alucinera is most civilized. My lady wants to make her capital the face of the abyss. A place travellers from other planes can visit without too much fear. I don't care. I am here only to complete my service, get the promised reward, and return to Golarion. However, strange it may seem, hallucinated demons treat me honourably. They hate me sometimes, growl at me, but they never attack. I prepared many spells and I'm ready to use them at the moment, but I've had no reason yet. I have my own tower in the upper city, not far from my lady's palace. I've strengthened it with protective spells and set golems to guard it. I created a portal to Golarion at the top of the tower, one which only I can use. It will be my escape route if I need to flee urgently. I expect an attack every day, but it never happens. This might sound ridiculous and surprising. I think the demons of Arushalae respect me. You trust in the demon lord? My lady in shadow has no reason to hide the truth from me. She does not care about my research. She offered me help out of curiosity. I'm something of a bizarre pet to her, both funny and useful. The storyteller shakes his head. She offered to help me, and I agreed. I must thank my lady for her generosity. 17 years of servitude for translating 17 phrases from Baphomet's Labyrinth, a bargain. Then please continue. The storyteller stays silent for a while, as if listening to something. I can't smell anything but sewage. I can hear some demon snores or death rattles. Hidden by a cocoon of spells, I keep invisible watch in the dirty alley in Arushalae's lower city. Two-winged shadows sweep past overhead, and a terrible, stone-splitting shriek rolls like a tide through the street. But it can't hurt me. I know the ways of this city and have protected myself from Velaxia's wild antics. My voluntary partner, a young half-elf named Kinney, sighs loudly and says yet again, I'm not coming. I shrug just as I have done every time before. I'm not keeping you. Kinney frowns and turns away in response. I sneak a look at my friend. His unruly locks fall over his face. Kinney carelessly sweeps them out of his eyes, thinking about something. I find myself enjoying his gentle movements and look away embarrassed. Have a little more patience, my friend. Soon our goal will be here, I'm sure of it. Who's this Velaxia you mentioned? The storyteller answers with reluctant admiration. The maddest succubus of all those born in the abyss. Even my lady in shadow can't but smile upon hearing the latest mayhem she stirred up, just for fun. Surrounded by her 3 succubi friends, known as the Sinners, she flies naked over the city, crushing buildings with her raging screams, grabbing poor passers-by, taking them up into the air and dashing them down on the rocks. Getting into raging fights with no rhyme or reason. Truly, Velaxia is the bane of Arushalae, but also its wild heart. I didn't expect to find you had a partner. Storyteller's face lights up and a timid smile appears on his face. I didn't expect it either. Kinney is from Golarion just as I am. He's a thief and a former slave. He escaped the Cyclops of the dying empire. I met him before I left Golarion for the Abyss in my old tower. A thief who sought not my life but shelter. A place to spend the night and protection from his former masters. My charms worked. Kinney couldn't get past the ground floor of the tower. That's where I found him, sitting on the stone, entangled in my trap's living vines. I freed the hapless thief. I wasn't angry at these intrusions. I was even glad to talk with this restless youth of the short-lived folk. I had no idea how much I had missed companionship. After that, Kinney often spent the night in my tower, partaking of my hospitality. Together, we lived through the terror of Earthfall, and when the time came, I took him with me to the Abyss. Recently, he has even helped me carry out some of my lady's tasks. Those that gave him the opportunity to make some money. Does your partner know about your goal to save Golarion? Oh yes, we discussed my plans many times. Sitting at the top of the tower, nursing goblets of warm wine. Kinney shares my love for our dear Golarion and supports my desire to save its doomed civilizations. Storyteller smiles warmly at the rush of memories. My friend is not like me at all. He is young, hot-tempered and mischievous. He prefers to act first and deal with the consequences later. Perhaps that's why we get along, opposites attract. Please continue. Finally, my patience is rewarded. I see a slouching demon in rags, so pathetic that even the demon guards of Arushalae would not lay a hand on him out of disgust. But my spell-enhanced vision can't be fooled. I see the incubus, Yorkie, the ruler of Arushalae, who answers only to Lady in Shadow herself. Passing a step away from me, Yorkie stumbles and falls into a puddle of sewage. rousing disdainful chuckles from a few witnesses. I won't be fooled by this game. Instead, I concentrate, becoming even more focused. My lord, I have discovered this crystal of unknown power on one of the Midnight Isles. Have a look. A hand holding a heart-sized crystal, burning with purple flame, emerges from under the rags. The incubus's hand is shaking, the skin on his palm slightly smouldering from touching the crystal. The demon's reflection in the puddle of the wigs ripples and changes. I don't hear Golarion talking about his mysterious lord, or talking to his mysterious lord. The incubus hides the purple crystal back under the rags. As you wish, my lord. No, Nocticula knows nothing about these crystals, I am sure. Of course, Lord Suckles enough. I went. I have no desire to stand in the way of a demon. I turn around. You see, Kinney? We were able to get the evidence of Zephyrian's treason. I was right. My friend is nowhere to be seen. Who's Sokospinoff? Storyteller cringes. A disgusting demon lord champion of meanness, debauchery, perversions, and breaker of taboos. He is Nocticula's brother and former lover. Out of jealousy, he tried in vain to kill my lady, but he remained alive in the attempt. He is driven by fear, shame, and hatred towards a powerful sister. What? It was an Hindrian crystal. Storyteller nods slowly. You are right. This is probably one of the first crystals discovered by demons, if not the first one. I'm glad it took demons so long to discover the crystal's true properties. Otherwise, the invasion of the abyss could have happened much earlier. Continue. I'm standing on top of my tower. There's a goblet of warmed wine in my hand. Nocticula was pleased with my raid. Oh no, she won't kill Zephyrian on the spot. My lady's punishments are much more sophisticated. Banishing, demotion, even transformation into the pathetic creature the incubus was masquerading as. Nocticula has a lot of choices. I don't care, I've done my part. I sip from my goblet and turn to my friend. Without saying a word, Kinney takes out a rag from under his shirt and shows me the purple crystal wrapped in it. I chuckle. That's where my friend went at the end of the raid. Well, we are going to keep the crystal. I will study its properties in detail and find out if it will help us achieve our goal. Nocticula doesn't have to know that I have the crystal now. Let her look to Zephyrian or her demon lord brother for it. I drink from the goblet again and look down. The Lucinera lies at the bottom of the tower, like a faithful dog, at the feet of its master. I earned respect here. Even the lady in shadow heeds my word. I feel a treacherous smile appear on my lips. Of course, when 17 years have passed, I will return to Golarion. But for now, I like my life here. The storyteller is quiet for a long while, thinking about what he saw, then runs his hand over his face, tired. I served a demon lord. What's more, I liked it. I did not expect this from myself. I was completely different. Different thoughts, desires, motives. Maybe it changed so much, I don't know. Storyteller shakes his head ruefully. Tell me about Arushalae. Been 2 years. Oh yeah, we've seen all this. We've seen all this. It's just another route into it. Thank you. Another page. And that's all we've got right now. Right, what was that ring we got? Are you wearing there? Yeah, I'd rather you have that, honestly. Ancient Herald. Bonus on persuasion, skill checks, and save DC of spells with compulsion descriptor. Yeah, we. Oh, that can go on social. Because he can channel for harm. No one's under a rage. Whenever you cast a grease spell, all creatures within the... that's not bad. We put that on. Do maybe. That just plus one, yeah. I'll give that to you. You might use that. Where an ability to summon either Axiomite or Soul Eaters randomly selected once per day, as if they were summoned by a Summon Monster 8 spell. All allies, including the wearer, within gain +2 bonus to weapon damage rolls. Yeah. Yeah, then. Got another gift for you. What's this? This damage cloak can now be worn only as a cloak and provides only by a non-evil aligned creature. If this cloak is worn by a character with no levels in duelist class, such character will get precise strike ability. Most of us got it. If this cloak is worn by a duelist, gets +4 competence. What the heck? I'll give that to you. There you go. Oh, you're evil. That won't let you won't be able to get that, will you? Yeah, cloak. There we are. Fast intellect +6. What are you wearing? What about you? We've got that then. You can have that. You can have that as well. You can even have that. All good. Well, that's druid armor. I don't know if it's druid. Not a druid. 6. And this is oh, it's a shirt. Yeah, better than that one, I reckon. Fine, what's that? Other armor plus. Lots of things we can sell if we want to. Don't really need to though, do we? Amelia? What are you using right now? Where are you? +2. Exotic, etc. +3. Yeah, not that great. Rapier +1, that's no good at all. Rapier +2, that's no good. So I think you're okay with what you've got. Right. Let's go inside and look to do kingdom stuff. Meanwhile, let's have a just look. Wait for the queen. And this isn't there. Well, that's cloak when we can get to that. Here we go. A true Aeon does not experience anger, but you know anger all too well. Your subordinate's short-sightedness is enough to irritate even the most logical mind. Their lack of foresight is frustrating. Followers of many gods have joined the crusade. Each group has its own ritual, taboos, traditions, and each group has a strong opinion. They argue and bicker amongst themselves even as they stare danger in the face. You cannot waste time resolving their petty disputes. We need a more effective solution, like appointing competent mediators they can convince the believers that some of their religious norms do not apply during wartime, and that theological disagreements are inadvisable in the face of a common threat. There are many ways to establish order. The priests of Abadar are adept at eliminating discord among their flock by promoting uniformity throughout. The followers of aristocratic philosophy resolve dispute in such ways to bring prosperity to all parties. Hell Knights of the Order of the Chain have their own methods. They also act for common good. Each of these groups is committed to order and could be representative in future disputes. Abdar is the god of connections between mortals. As the patron of cities and commerce, he welcomes cooperation and frowns on discord. His priests are adept at resolving disputes and finding compromises, as disunity offends and angers their deity. Abdar is powerful and wields considerable authority, as he is allied with gods worshipped by crusaders. Few of your soldiers will ignore the words of his servants. Aristocratic philosophy lacks an influential patron, so its followers must rely on themselves. This aesthetic movement was established by the philosophers of Druma. Aristocrats strive to be logical and consistent in all things. They believe in law and the binding power of agreements. Arguing according to their teachings, any conflict can be resolved to mutual benefit rather than one-sided advantage. Perhaps the aesthetic approach of aristocrats will help the Crusaders accept them as impartial arbiters in disputes over religious doctrine, maybe. The Order of the Chain is a Hell Knight order, established to protect society from hostile and subversive elements. It safeguards the progress and protects civilization from self-destruction. Its motto is "Everyone is important." When an individual poses a threat to society, the order sentences them to hard labour. When society threatens to fall apart, the order becomes a chain that binds society together with strict agreements, the violation of which incurs severe sanctions. Its word is a reminder of how fragile our civilization is. Let's have a look at some effects. Abadar's Corporation. All adjacent allied units gain +1 bonus to AC for 1 round. Here. Aristocratic. Wealth brings strength. Unit has +1 bonus to attack for every 10,000 finance points available in the treasury. If it is a mercenary unit. For every 1,000 material points in the treasury. If it is a trainable unit. For every 100 energy points if it's a mythic unit. Wow. That would seem to say don't spend your points, and that sounds bad. Retaliation of the chain. All units gain a deal. That's power times powerful d6 damage to the enemy when damaging melee. That's not bad. That's only in melee, of course. And that would increase. We don't care about that. So either that. But that means don't spend. We're going for the Order of the Chain. I'm not keen on Death Knights. Mortals often find direct, forceful methods of solving problems exceptionally cruel. But logic knows neither cruelty nor mercy. Logic recognizes only expediency and efficiency. You've chosen expedient solution. There is an unusual spring in the succubus's step today, and she has a mysterious smile on her lips that you can't recall seeing before. Oh, Desna, something truly miraculous happened to me. If only you knew. You're beaming with delight. Yes, I've never been so happy before. I used to, and now I'm... No, wait, this doesn't feel right. Look, Arushalae takes a few deep breaths, trying to calm down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be barging in like this. We need to talk one-on-one. I'll be waiting. I'm on my way, okay? Just calm down. The succubus runs off without giving you a chance to say another word. Arabes? Arabes looks a little puzzled, but salutes you as protocol demands. Commander, you have a letter from Mendev. It was sent via the Church of Iomedae by a trusted courier from the Neurosian archives. It is sealed and signed by Inquisitor Leota. I was asked to deliver it to you personally, so that's what I'm doing. For the best answer to the sealed scroll. Why do you look puzzled? I know Inquisitor Leota well. His nickname is Hawkblade for a reason. He works in the field, he does not deal with paperwork. I was wondering what he was doing in Neurosian, in the archives of all places. The most dangerous things the Inquisition can catch there are rats, not witches or cultists. On second thoughts, I don't want to know. I'm better off staying out of the Inquisition's business. Oh, thank you, Arabesh. You can leave now. Paladin salutes you and leaves. Talk to Arushalae, okay. Wait for the Queen. Make a decision. Well, we can't do anything about them just now. There's one more enchantment after this. So we've got Xanth's experiment. We've got sending the letter. I thought it would be something there. We get 50 marksmen. That one. That. Oh, we'd go for the marksman because we're going to send that letter. I don't want to cover that up. Xanth's experiments. Why would I want to do that one then? The commander came across notes of Xanth's Bang. The experiments they describe are horrible, inhuman, and intriguing. Xanth used to submit himself and his victims to metamorphosis in an attempt to become a living swarm, united by a single consciousness. The commander can repeat the experiment, but at very high cost. He will have to expose numerous mortals to painful vivisection, not to mention the fact that the commander himself will be subjected to unbearable suffering. No doubt the horror of the procedure will turn many crusaders away from their leader. Furthermore, there is no certain reward for such a venture, apart from a better understanding of insect nature and the moderate yet questionable gain in power. Knowledge gleaned from the experiment's outcome will have no practical value, not yet at least. Yeah, I don't think we're doing that. I don't want to become a swarmer bug. Alright, let's go talk to Arushalae. See what she's on about. There she is. You've never seen Arushalae looking so happy and inspired, so use your wide smile. There you are, I can't wait to share my joy with you. What did you want to tell me? Remember how I told you about Desna leading me on the path of redemption? I was trying to mock her by corrupting the dreams of mortals, and the great dreamer couldn't tolerate that. She ruined my game and made me spend what seemed like a whole eternity in her realm. I had a lot of time to reflect on my past misdeeds, and when the goddess saw that I had repented, she decided to let me go. I still vividly remember her parting words. And what do you dream about? The riddle weighed on my mind for many years. Demons do not dream when they sleep. We don't have dreams at all. We have desires, and we act on those desires no matter the cost. How was I supposed to find something to dream about? I've been observing the mortals, trying to understand how it all works. And finally, she takes a deep breath and yells joyfully at the top of her lungs, startling every visitor and earning puzzle looks. I had my very own dream! Great temptation. I don't know if I could be trusted with such power. I don't know what I missed because I accidentally clicked it twice. I certainly wouldn't trust myself with it. When you have so much power, it's easy to decide you're a god, and mortals are your toys. Perhaps I should wait until after we defeat the boss of this. That's precisely what these powers are for. Think for a moment, then speak softly. Take a great risk. I'm not sure I can handle the temptation. It's hard enough as it is. Take me to your dream. The succubus reaches for your hand and with burning fingers, and the world around you fades as you are carried safely somewhere up far away. Alright. It is cool and quiet in Arushalae's dream. The ground is firm beneath your feet, and thin mist curls along the surface. In the soft, eerie light emanating from the invisible stars, you see nothing. As you look around, you see nothing, and no one except for you in Arushalae. Nevertheless, the succubus is beaming with joy. There it is, an actual dream, my very first one. Is this what mortals see every night? Does it look like your own dream? Why is it empty? Empty? I don't know. It's my first dream ever. I don't know what it should be like here. Arushalae looks around. Her smile fades a bit. There is nothing to see here right now. Perhaps I was so keen on the idea of having a dream, but it made all my other wishes and urges too pale in comparison. Now I have to learn how to dream properly. Arushalae catches her eye, cocking her head to the side. Tell me, what do you dream about? Victory over the Whirlwind. Yes, the war is still going on. We must win it. Of course, let's dream of victory together. Suddenly, a pile of dead demons appears before you as if by magic. Look, look! Arushalae laughs and claps her hand. Now I have a dream as well, and it's not just something I made up. It's so wonderful. It's sharing my dream with you. And do you like your newfound dreams? They are the most beautiful thing in the world. This world of mine is mine and mine only. It's a bit empty right now, but I'm learning fast. It's a good start, Arushalae. I'm happy to share it with you. A subtle blush touches the demon's pale skin. Mortals have so many different feelings. Friendship, loyalty, sympathy, even love. They are all so mysterious and beautiful. But one cannot truly learn anything about them alone. And who would dare share their heart's desires with a predator from the abyss who is unable to reciprocate? I believe in you. I can help you if you'll let me. Your fingers briefly touch her succubus's heated skin, and she anxiously jerks her hand back. Her eyes shine with fear, hope, and something new, fragile and tender. Something that makes her look surprisingly like an embarrassed mortal girl. I will. Do you mind me taking a quick look around your dream? Of course, feel free to do whatever you like. That's a dangerous request. Or dangerous offer. That's why I brought you here after all. Let's just have a wander around, see if there's anything. Dead demons are staring at you with their dull glazed eyes. Yeah, this is kind of...
Watch out for trouble.
My dream, my very own dream. Arushalae takes another look around full of pride. I don't even want to wake up with me. I don't understand why mortals compare all the best things in their life to dreams. Go back to the material plane. Let's go. Arushalae touches your hand and the dream world begins to fade. Let's go to bed. About what? Open your eyes. It seems that no time passed in the real world while you were in Arushalae's dreams. Well, that was my dream. I'm happy I was able to show it to you. Arushalae looks at you shyly. It is kind of empty right now, but I know how to remedy that. I need to keep learning from mortals, following in their steps until I figure out how to forge my own path. Ask the one-eyed devil. Naturally, I wouldn't even think about breaking into someone else's dream, as the goddess surely wouldn't forgive that. Perhaps I should ask the people of the city? What if you won't talk to me at all? The succubus seems lost in her thoughts for a moment. Then she smiles at you again. Is there a chance you could help me once more? Ask the city's people what they dream about. They're more likely to open to you than to me, and I will just follow you silently. They won't even notice me listening in. Yeah. That's fine. No. Oh, they want us to talk to one-eyed devil. Are there any others? Oh, there's a whole lot. Right, well, hang on. Is Faye there? Aye, yeah.
Keep your calm.
Faye is sitting on the counter, swinging his legs. On seeing you, he waves. Greetings, Yorkie. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? Faye doesn't seem at all surprised by the question. Well-being, prosperity, and dwarven whiskey. I once had a taste of the stuff they distill in the mountains. Since then, I've dreamed of getting a still like the ones they use. But they're secretive and don't share their inventions. A pity. Have to go.
There are many roads to success.
Now, one of them was one-eyed devil. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange. What do you dream of? When I get rich or retire, I'll go to Taldor and buy a villa by the sea from some broke noble. Maybe even buy their title. I'll surround myself with such luxuries that even ancient Taldan emperors will envy me from the afterlife. I'll have a pipe organ in my dining room and have it played while I dine. Oh, and harps and bells. Time to go. Well, storyteller, Arsino, Hilo, Nora, okay. Flame, Bullrun, Horgus, Dia, Beth, Livia. Okay. Bullrun. I'm really not sure you want to know his dreams. Because he glowers at you from under his bushy grey brows. There are rumours going around that the commander isn't just keeping a demon in his party, but he's also been seen paying court to her. This idle chatter, I hope. Get yourself inquisited, sir. In Canabres you may have been able to stick your nose into others' affairs with impunity, but you're in Dresden now. I'm in charge here. Want to compare ranks? Fine. You are indeed the commander. Her Majesty has ordered that I serve you. I'll do so. The goddess help you if that demon leads you astray. Question for you. What do you dream of? What do I dream of? I suppose there can only be one answer. I dream of seeing every damned cultist burn on a pyre. Every last one of them. Let me goodbye. Storyteller, Arsino, Hilo. Not sure if CR was one of them. Yep. Sighing heavily, the old man's gaze looks over you. So many young men and women have laid down their lives in war. They came here young and fearless, just wind up dead. Bring them all back. Right, I'm off. Plane. Now signals down there too. Tell me about your dreams, Claim. I heard there was once a substantial library in Dresden. The ravages of time and demonic mechanisms brought about its demise. Pity it would have been very useful to my current research. Ah, so no, do clerics dream? That's a rather strange question indeed, but if it's an order, I will answer. There is a saying, one can't win a war and keep their gloves white, yes? I do understand that there isn't much time and energy left for landscaping, when you're fighting hordes of demons for the deaths of the day, but Abaddon knows that I'd love to see Dresden neat and tidy for just one day. No missing cobbles in the streets, everything sparkling clean. Flower beds blooming, all the lawns trimmed, glory and order instead of all this filth. Right, time to go. Who else? Storyteller, High Law, Nora, August. Oh, we need to do August. Erebeth and Anivia. Erebeth and Anivia are inside. We've got the Storyteller there. Oh, Anivia's there. August, what are your dreams, mate? I'm well past my prime. I have seen far too much death to be afraid of dying myself. But I don't want to get old. However, if one has enough money, one can bribe time itself. Hey, Queen Galfrey. I wish I could afford the magic potion she's been using to stay young for over a century. I have to go. Right, next up, Anivia.
Focus on the
In Soziel's drawing, Anivia is wearing a sundress and standing on a riverbank. There are flowers in her hair and a dreamy smile on her face. So weird. I don't remember the last time I wore a dress. Anivia pulled at a leather strap of her armour, musingly. I'd like to again, later, when the war is over. I think it will suit you. Soziel, I need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to Soziel, I want to talk to Anivia. Right. Anivia, you're a sneaky bugger. What sneaks around in your mind during your sleep? What else can I desire when I have Beth? Anivia thinks for a moment, smiling, then looks over her shoulder and gives you a cheeky wink. Arushalae, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling sorry? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, Commander. War's no place to be thinking about wants. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war's over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchen whenever the cook was getting a fresh bread out of the oven. Big steaming loaves and smelled good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep getting the fresh bread out. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when the war's over, I'm going to build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread, just like that. Time to go. Storyteller, what about you? Must have had a few dreams in your time. Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time. Especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped onto the path of redemption. I wonder if she wants to know about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child, and still I will answer. I have to admit, I suffer from insomnia. Every night, as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who remembered and those who have forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone and my pillow ice cold. Maybe if I had a softer bed, I would fall asleep quicker, although I suppose not about the bed. Time to go. Right, we have Hilo, Nora, and Erebeth. Right, Erebeth is inside, of course. I think Nora, at least, maybe Hilo too, are in the thing, in the cell. Or maybe misremembering who Hylor is. Oh, trying to rest there. Hey Bess, you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders, but what is it you dream of? I don't need to keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thank you, even winning each war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade force. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks, poisoning the minds of warriors with their deceit. The armament is another thing we'd do well to pursue. Our armour falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendev's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'd be glad to get a half-ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine then, or two. That would be enough for... The paladin is busy doing the calculations. He can barely discern a whisper. The Templars, the weapons, the adamantin. So many wishes at once. I have to go. So let's go to the cell.
There are many roads to success.
Oh, borrowed dream. How is it out there? Okay. Which is Harrow then?
I will guide.
That's what I'm thinking. Nora! Nora! Yeah, you. You want to make me my skin crawl? Why don't you tell me what worms its way into your dreams? I hope a swarm of Escavors takes over Dresden and feeds on your bones. Yeah, I was right. Creepy. Then. The Pharaoh's out here. Where is he? Hold on, August Worm. Yeah, Lady Konami. Wilsa Gam. Ogalinda, Blacksmith. Arsenal. Then we go to the trader. And let me just look up who Hylor is, because I don't recall. I should do, but I don't, so I'm just going to have a quick look up. Where is Hylor? I don't want to wander out for no good reason.
Welcome everyone, this is Pathfinder 2. I'm Papa.
Oh, wait. Oh, right. I get it. He's at the inn or the tavern, one of the two. Hylor is the guy you recruit from. He's a mercenary guy. I didn't actually see that. I did see reference to the tavern or the inn, one of the two. But it just struck me then, that's the mercenary guy, isn't it? In the inn?
Focus on the goal.
That's nice, thank you.
Watch out for trouble.
What's here? Nothing major. Not there. what Neo doing at the end?
Keep calm.
Right. If that's where she is.
There are many roads to success.
Look.
I will guide. That posed little challenge.
Well, it don't look like High Lord in here. Or maybe it's a half-message tavern. Maybe not.
Focus on the goal.
No upstairs to the tavern, so he's seemingly not in here. Where else might he be?
Watch out for trouble.
Right, that's the reference. I just did a quick reference check again. Meant to be in the inn. Sleeping on the top deck. He's not sleeping there.
Keep your calm.
Not sleeping there.
There are many roads to success.
Not sleeping there. He's not up here at all. Oh, there he is. Congratulations on taking Dresden, Commander. Great victory, though you paid for it with much blood. Its smell still hangs in the air. I remember the smell well. The last time the air reeked like this was the most horrible day of my life. The day I nearly caught the spinner of nightmares. Hello. You deal with all kinds of people. Why don't you tell me what you dream of? You bear everything to see my lovely little girl marry again one more time. That makes sense. Alright, I've asked everyone for you. So, let's go talk to you again, shall we?
I will guide.
Yeah, I was thinking Outlaw was a criminal of some kind. I don't know why. I got all kinds confused. Hello. He's observing the tavern visitors inquisitively from the table at the farthest corner. Mortals, I still love to learn from them. I've asked some of the city's people about their dreams. Is this enough for you? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I have in there right now. Let's go, I want to show you everything I've got. Succubus once again takes by the hand to bring you to the dream realm. Arushalae's dream is no longer empty. You arrive to discover an avalanche of voices, scents, and images. The smell of Anivia's fresh bread intertwines with the stench of the Templar's fresh blood from her wife's dream. The bells and harps, things, produce the sweet melodies of the one-eyed devil's wish for. Storyteller's luxurious bed makes your eyelids heavy, and the trimmed lawn on which it stands would have filled our Snow's heart with utter joy. You see how many different things are in here? Now I too can dream like an immortal. But none of these dreams are your own. What's the point in collecting other people's reveries? No need to be so harsh. It's not harsh, I'm just curious. My first dream ever. It's a miracle I'm able to have one at all. I would never have collected all these dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dreams and do tell me if they look like things mortals dream about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. Bookshelf bursting at the seams. Fly. Carries full sparklings. Vegetable swarm from Nora. Racks of equipment. Amber-coloured liquid billowing aroma. Freshly baked bread. Burning cultists. Musical instruments. What's having this great shadow doing here? What's this about? Arushalae, my venomous butterfly. Wait, be careful, Yorkie. Where are you, my darling? We used to be as happy as a canopy of stars. Leave me alone, go away. Let me have a taste of your sweetest venom one last time. Aru? What was that about, Aru? You open your eyes to find Arushalae looking at you wide-eyed. The demon is breathing heavily. Droplets of sweat glitter on her pale face. She does not notice right away that she's squeezing your palm with her delicate burning fingers. But when she does, she turns red and jerks her hand back instantly. I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to see that. I didn't even want to see it myself. Who was that? An old friend from days long gone. That shadow? I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. The nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget all about that, and I almost succeeded, but now he's haunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well, Arushalae shakes her head. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? I guess this is another confirmation that I'm now fully exploring the dream world. But will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing that he's waiting for me there? There are so many things I still have to learn. Mortals usually find ways of dealing with their nightmares, and so will I. And thank you for your help, and I'm sorry that you had to watch the awful spectacle unfold. Succubus gets to her feet. Now please excuse me. I need some time to think about everything I've just seen. Alright, Aru, you take your time. Right, we're going to go back. We'll just do a little bit in here and then... Because there ain't much else to do other than wait for the Queen to appear. I think. Yeah. Oh, and send that note, of course, which we're going to do. So let's get these processed. More fire elementals. I'm not going to do that, that's for sure. Event Poised Soul. One of the Crusaders, a druid, has requested an audience with the commander. He spent weeks wandering the outskirts of Dresden, studying the soil of the Whirlwind. He says the corruption that afflicted the local nature is strong but not unstoppable. Just calling powerful spellcaster would curb the demonic plague that besets these lands. I can let the druids do their work. Or police services in the very expensive but distinguished mages. Or well, kineticists. Can do scorching ray, etc. I'm guessing it's a might be something. Let's just have a look at logistics points. I mean, 20 a day is not a lot, but it is fair. Days will pass. Oh, who's got that? Not you. You do, number 7. Right then. These Mongol fighters and spearmen as well for you. Six out of 6. 5 out of 5. 4 out of 4. 4 out of 4. Night watch. Yeah, it is both of them. Well, that's Aggie's army, not Nightwatch. My mistake. Right, and please. Part of me thinks I should try that, but I don't think I will. I might look that up offline to see what it actually does, because I don't know. I don't want to harm everything. Skip a day. Oh! Something's moving. We've got a level 7 demon army there. Aggie's army, you can go and deal with them. And a level 7 demon's army there. That's too powerful for you. We'll send the shy guys. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we'll send the shy guys back there. Because once we're done with them, we can come back for them, can't we? Oh, Bloom is diseased. That's a night watch. Sky guys, go back there. Now, night watch. Not night watch. Aggie's army. Bye-bye. They're not running away for once. You little bugger. And with that, we can just take it straight on. Bye-bye. They're all recovered. Got an event. Poison soil. What are the Crusaders as a question audience commander? Okay. We'll do it because I think that might be renewable. Maybe it's against the idea of purging a magical phenomenon as fascinating as the land of the whirlwind. On the commander's orders, a group of mages was sent to study it. The honour of joining them was given to those who drew the short straw. While Ninio was conducting exciting tests and establishing whether or not the fruits growing on living and aggressive trees were edible, her assistants made a less interesting discovery regarding this dosing of elements in this region. These findings attracted many zealous researchers for Dresden. The lady who has come to Dresden on business has requested a private audience. Has she? Well, let's go have a look. She's a criminal. Rhea Ness. An old half-elf woman bows before you. She is stately despite her years, with a grey hair strands and a carefully combed hair and a graceful figure. Rhea Ness represented the Dazzle & Co. trading house in Erosion at your service. The woman hands you a business card printed on expensive paper with gold lettering. I have a formal offer for the merchants of Dresden regarding the procurement of construction materials, and a more personal matter which I'm afraid only you can help me with. Do you want to trade here? Yeah, for a while I've product samples of what our trading house has to offer. If you need something, you will easily find me in the fortress. Be honest, I can discuss supplies with your subordinates. So what's the personal matter then? He looks around. I would prefer not to talk here. Please find me in the fortress. Then we'll talk. Alright, I'll find you an hour at a time. Whoever you are. You have a decree. Preachers. Recruitment growth, fine. Will be augmented, and we've just got... Oh, letter of care letter. I wanted to get that one off, didn't I? And that's for the world wound. One more event. This is this one. So we've got the ring. Who's requested with satisfied? Shamans. While wearing this ring, whenever the wearer is fighting defensively, like the first attack in this condition, the enemy is pushed 10 feet away. I don't care about that. Mages. The ring improves the wearer's summoning abilities. All summon spells are 6th level and lower are maximized, as all the maximized spell feat. The wearer also gains +1 insight into attack rolls against outsiders. Okay. Piece of Nogobber. You can activate this ring to create an almost transparent silver lining that connects all party members in a 30-foot area. While in this state, you share an unbreakable bond. While under this effect, all members get an additional attack of opportunity per round. An attack of opportunity is a critical hit. The enemy is staggered. If one of the party members falls unconscious, a giant spider is summoned to fight alongside you for 3 rounds. I mean... Three rounds is short. We don't often fall unconscious, so it does happen. We even get killed sometimes. Attacks of opportunity aren't the situational. A lot of times we're not getting them. Alright. Go on then, I'll give that to Darren. And that's that. Alright then, you've been great companions. Join me next time, because I'm off back to the front. It's crazy out there. Bye now.